Hey everybody, welcome to week 4 coursework review. Your weekly reading for the week is chapter 15, 16, and 23. We're going to be covering communication, the patient as an individual, and then talking about quality control this week. So, for the discussion, just so everybody understands, because there has been some confusion, there are response 1 and response 2. You are required to answer both questions to get full credit for the discussion posts. Many of you have already been doing that, so if you are, this is not meant for you. If you're not answering both questions, then you need to take heed and answer both questions so you don't lose any points. The requirement is that you post at least 4 separate posts on 3 separate days. That will allow you to meet the expectation. So you can earn 15 points out of 20. If you want to exceed the expectation, you must post 5 or more separate posts on 3 separate days to exceed the expectation and receive the 20 points available. The reason for this is that it encourages you to post more and further the discussion between you and your fellow students. All right, so the first response, or the first question, is you want to review Maslow's hierarchy of needs in chapter 15. Now, Maslow's hierarchy of needs says that you have to meet the first step of needs before you can move on to the second level, and then you need to meet those needs before you can move on to the third, and so on and so on. So what they're asking you to do is identify what the order is of the 5 levels of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. How does Maslow have them ranked? Then, in your own words, list in order the needs that mean the most to you. So what order would you put your needs in? Would it be the same as Maslow's? Would it be different from Maslow's? And then tell us why you chose the order that you did. The second response is customer service based. We're going to be talking about internal and external customers in chapter 23. So identify the internal and external customers. So what are they and who are they? List several components that are used to determine the quality of care, and those are listed in your reading. What are some of the aspects of quality improvement management? Now, when I get to the quality improvement management, there's one thing that I'm looking for in particular. You may find more than one in your reading, but the one thing that I'm looking for most, and I'm giving you the answer right now, is that quality is always improving while decreasing the cost of providing that quality. You always want to make sure that you're striving to increase quality while also striving to keep the cost down or decrease the costs. So there's your answer for that portion for quality improvement. Like I said, there are more ways to measure quality improvement, but that's the main one that I'm going to be looking for. Make sure that you're doing spelling grammar checks so you're not losing unnecessary points for spelling and grammar. Make sure that you are doing your in-text citations and your references. At minimum, you should be referencing the textbook because that's what you're using to get your information, or you should be. If you're having problems with APA, and I've told many of you this before, go to this section, the Program Resources section, click on the APA tab, and here are the resources that I've told you about. Go through those. They will talk about what APA is, when we use it, how we use it, and in the Getting Started section, there are also some videos. If you scroll down, there's APA 7th edition that talks about some of the changes that occurred beginning this year. There are also the basics of APA in-text citations on when to do it, how to do it, why to do it. And then it also talks about plagiarism and what plagiarism is. It's very important that you know about plagiarism, because if you're copying what's out of a textbook, you are plagiarizing. You're not putting it into your own words. You're not doing a direct quote. And if you're not citing it and you're utilizing it, then you're plagiarizing it. So it's very important that you know that, because plagiarism can get you suspended from school, and we don't want to see that happen. So make sure that you look at that. If you're still having some issues, let me know. I'll schedule a one-on-one Kaiser Live session or a phone call with you so I can help walk you through what APA is. You can also look, I think they have it in here, at the writing help. No, it's not. You can go to writing help and look at that as well, but there's some things in there that might be useful to you. APA formatting and style guide, things like that. And that, again, that is up here in the writing help area. Okay, so we talked about the discussion. Let me go back to week 4. Okay, you also have another written assignment this week. You do not have to turn it into the OWL if you do not want to. If you would like to, I would encourage you to do so. The OWL is there to help you, and many of you saw that it can help you be a better writer and help you with your writing skills. So if you'd like to, please do. You're not required to. But for the written assignment, what you're going to do is review the Thinking It Through box on page 324 in chapter 15. You want to read through that and then reflect on the scenario and identify your feelings regarding its content. Now, this should relate back to your reading within chapter 15. So after reviewing the scenario, answer the 4 questions listed underneath the scenario on page 324 in chapter 15. Use the material you have learned this week. Again, it must go back to your reading, but also think outside the box. I suggest writing 1 short paragraph for each of the 4 questions. So once again, just as we did with the 5-step problem solving process, do not number them. Start off a paragraph, tell me what you're answering, and then move on through your writing to answer the question. But do not number the answers. Do it in a paragraph form. If you have questions, let me know. You must have, as per APA format, a title page on a separate title page. You need to have in-text citations within your writing, because again, you're going to be referencing material that you had within your reading out of your textbook this week. And then you should have a corresponding reference on your separate reference page. The writing must be at least 250 words in count or more. And the assignment should be completed in your own words and use an in-text citation when necessary. And then when you get ready to submit that, you just come up here to the left-hand corner, click on it, and you can scroll down, browse local files if it's saved on your regular computer. If you saved it on the in the cloud on the university site, then you would go here. Most of you save them on your local computer, on your own computer, so you go here to upload it. So when you go in there, you click on it just like you did with the week 1, and then submit. Okay, so we got the written assignment. You also have a final exam that will cover 15, 16, and 23 chapters. Just what you're reading this week. So make sure you do that. It's 15 questions, and you have 2 hours to complete the exam. You also have a post test, which is a gradable, a graded assignment. Sorry. and it does constitute 5% of your grade. So make sure that you take the post-test. And what we do with that is we look at what you knew at the beginning of the course when you took the pre-test and compare it to what you've learned and retained over the time that you've been in the course. And then again, extra credit. If you attend the course and you're responding to my questions, you'll get the full extra credit of 0.5 points. If you're not able to attend the live session, then you just do the summary as it indicates right here, and then submit it through here. And that is it. I want to say it's been a pleasure getting to know everybody virtually, and I wish you luck in all your future courses. And we still have a week to go, so don't stop now. Just keep going, and you will do fine. Take it one class at a time. If you have any questions, as always, let me know. Have a good day.